Yo, the Lord is out here drawing, bro. Yo. 2024 is really about to be out. What? Wow, bro. This shit that's never happened before happening right now. Like, I'm definitely on my watch. Hey, yo, shalom, brothers. We the Hebrew Israelites coming in week in, week out. The prophesied downfall as wicked kingdom, as spiritually Egypt and spiritually Babylon. And also tell our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Seminole Indians, that they are the real people, chosen people of the Bible. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, chosen people, the Hebrew Israelites, Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power. But first and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders who learn the truth from GMS. Blessing to the Akim Adir preaching his word with whole heart sincerity. Blessed to the 144,000, 1/3 entirely the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven. Also David the Biyaf Dawadah. And shalom to those out there speaking different tongues and looking different nations that's also doing his work. Shalom to you. Shalom.
Hey, man, so me and the brother was just dialoguing before camp, man. And, man, 2024 is already starting off with a bang.
Bro. This shit
the
is...
Lord is doing a great work, man. It's getting to the point where everything's being exposed.
Yeah, it's getting bad,
right?
Bro. It's getting bad.
Everything. Like being a celebrity or a false idol of today
it's not good.
Is not good. Well, we already know in the spirit, through the spirit power Yahweh Shemashah, we know that they're set up, to be distractions. But we know that these people, man, like so many scandals are being revealed, man. So much skeletons in the closet are coming out, man, if you will, man. So much is being exposed, man, from the Cat Williams stuff to different celebrities to 50 Cent. Talking about it, Nelly, freaking Usher, everybody is starting to just come out to Epstein Island shit.
Yep.
So many things.
Bring it down.
Salaki, let me just put this on Do Not Disturb.
There you go. Slide to the left. There you go. Right here. Well, we good.
Salaki.
And if I may, just real quick,
Go ahead, brother,
what's going on is a lot of stuff that Cat Williams said in general, which is, we're not going to get too deep in that, but it's actually very prominent for right now, is the information that he exposed. Now the idea is playing into people's heads, and then you just go YouTube rabbit hole information, and you'd be surprised how connected and satanic things are really happening. Like, one will be the dresses, or these hidden parties where you got to do something sodomy type of way just to get up in the head. And then remember what Cat Williams said, just this one piece I'm going to say, whereas though he was offered a whole lot of money multiple times, 50 million if I'm not mistaken, and he turned it down because he had to do something, that was non-heterosexual. But the point is, though, when he turned it down, he also known men who actually was involved with the same options that end up doing it. So he like, okay, well, if I didn't do it, what did y'all do to have to, in order to take these roles that has been taken? Yep. So it's like, let me get this real quick,
brother. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 26. It said, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
And so that's a beautiful scripture, because now, in order to come up in this evil world, which makes sense, Micah 2:10, that this is not your rest. Come out of it. Right? The mental philosophies and everything that you got to do in order to come up in this world, which is evil. And it's against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but then everything that you gain come with a huge cost. You know what I mean? And like that cost is just going to just also, fuck you at the end. Ain't having all that money now, not even popping no more. Like, well, just knowing where it came from and how you got it.
So it's just a lot going on in 2024. Judgments are going out something heavy. The Lord is killing people left, right. The death toll is skyrocketing, man. Then you got the thing what happened down in Miami. Oh
yeah, I heard about that. The so-called Soul Angel.
I mean, we don't know, either angels or the Blue Beam Project or whatever it was, man. Right? So much is being revealed in 2024. It's only a matter of time that things start to even boil over even worse, man. Like the Lord is literally co-signing the men of the Lord to a T, because we've been talking about how the Lord is going to reveal these things. In the end, the truth shall come to light, right? And literally all you see all over the place is the truth coming out, man. Truth coming out. You got the small hats in New York with their underground tunnels. You know, what were they being used for? And they tried to sweep that under the rug. And then it was articles coming out. It was articles and on TikToks talking about they were using it for a sex trafficking ring, and people were being kidnapped and vanishing. Then you got the celebrity thing going on, Cat Williams. You got wars on many fronts. You got North Korea literally once again talking about they are definitely going to hit America with nukes. You're seeing an uptick in prophecy all over the place, man. Things are getting worse and worse, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, Mark 16 and 20, it said, and they went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them and confirming the word with signs following. Amen.
Kind, man. So we men of the Lord have been out in the highways and the hedges since Apostle Tahar and Abba Bivens before then, and it's been going on for 30, 40, 50 plus years, if you will, right? And it's getting to the point where everyone knows who Israelites are. Everyone knows that those small hats over in the land of Israel are not the real people, man, because everyone even seeing the atrocities of them. People are starting to see that these people are wicked, evil, right? The Lord is literally showing their nakedness, man. Then you got these the black boule and the celebrities being exposed for ritual gay sex and all types of nastiness, man, and abominable things, man. You know, it's getting to then now they're talking about how New York is sinking. New York is sinking by a couple of centimeters due to global warming and the sea levels rising, and then it's being too heavy, getting pushed down. And then you thinking about the what's that movie 2012, where you see the big wave come and destroys New York. They're talking about that as a possibility, a plausibility. If a nuke just went off in that ocean over there, right? It's like they were talking about like a trench. That nuke will basically create a tidal wave so big that it will wipe out New York, man. That could be the next 9/11, a false flag attack. So much is being revealed and so much is being shown to us, man. You know, it's to the point, like the brother was saying, it's like being a celebrity right now is like being called a small hat.
Yeah, and there's also a question now. It's like, okay, now that
how'd you get your money?
There? Yeah, how'd you get there?
How'd you get your money?
Right.
How'd you get your fame? Was you in one of those back rooms?
Yeah.
Right? Did you have to give up some booty?
Yeah.
Right? Did you have to let another man, you know, do some favors for you?
It's at that point now. You
right?
That's that question now.
Oh, I see you was in a dress too. Oh, did you get that $50 million deal? Oh, did you get that how'd you? Whoa. Right? So we know that the Lord is is showing us all these things because we're at the end. The Lord told us at the end these things will be revealed.
Yeah, in fact, we bring this Daniel out.
Go get that.
This Daniel. I think it's in Daniel 12. Yep, it says Daniel 12 and 4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. And many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased."
Mm-hmm. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Literally, you can get on TikTok right now. TikTok is the #1 information engine, period. Like, you can find anything on TikTok. Any kind of phrase you can type in, you're going to find it. So, like, I went down the rabbit hole with that whole Miami,
Those kids kind of busting through the jaw.
Yeah, well, no, I'm talking about the Miami Mall thing where they supposedly seen the tall 10-foot beings walking out of a portal in Hazy. And if you go, there's actual, like, clips, small clips. There's one video of actual portal opening up. There's a video where you see cops surrounding a tall figure walking slow, but tall as hell. You see it from the helicopter view, right? Then there's like testimonials of the cops confiscating phones, deleting videos and everything like that. And a lot of people were talking about how their electronics was barely working, how they were trying to take videos and things were hazy, like it was a glitch in the system, man. You know? They were saying interdimensional beings, which makes sense because angels are interdimensional beings, right?
Yeah.
Demons are interdimensional beings, man. Or it could be literally Esau, right, using his technology, his miracles on the left-hand side to get the masses ready for what? That fake alien invasion or this fake second coming of Yahweh Shai, right? To possibly deceive the very elect, you know? There's a lot that's brewing in 2024, man. More and more things are being exposed, man.
It gotta be something retarded this year. It's like, yo, I cannot see 2024 where there's gotta be at least one crazy, like, monumental thing. Like, you got the 2020 so-called pandemic. and then the other one I can think of is got 9/11. 9/11 was monumental. It's got to be something like that in 2024, where it's so monumental, it's going to change the whole effect of the energy of how society moves. And shoot, Lord willing, Aparat Desire, we can see that, man. That this is the year that goes down, because this is the hopeful year of Jacob Trouble, Lord willing. Because if that's the case, dang, that's the end of this place for real. And also the kingdom shall be ushered in.
Actually, look at that article just came out. Actually, January 11th. It says the establishment is unmasking itself. It says 2 weeks ago, I wrote an article laying out the political class struggle to preserve its legitimacy by fighting to regain control over the digital information space. The piece built on Martin Gurry's thesis that the wide adoption of the internet has caused an information revolution that's similar to the adoption of the printing press. So when the printing press came out, right, that was a revolution because information was being spread across the world at lightning speed because they were being able to print mass copies of newspapers and articles and stuff, right? Now they're saying that the internet is getting to the point where information is moving so fast that they can't even, that the elites can't even keep up with trying to control it. So what is the next best thing? Shut it all down, right? If you can't get ahead of something, because right, perfect example. When the Small Hats, when they found the underground tunnel for the Small Hats, right? The first thing they try to do is they try to sweep it under the rug by saying, oh, they were just trying to expand the synagogue. Underground though? Hidden? Right? Next you know it, then if you go on to TikTok, there was testimonials of saying that, oh, I live right next to the synagogue, and right next to us is a daycare center, right? And then there was reports of actual kids missing from the daycare center, right? So all of a sudden now, first it was they trying to sweep it under the rug. Oh, it's because they're just trying to expand the synagogue. But then now you're getting testimonials from other people saying that it's a little bit more sinister than that, right? So it says similar to the adoption of the printing press has allowed dissent to grow and spread beyond the control of the ruling classes. The results have been political shocks like the Arab Spring, the passage of Brexit, and the election of Donald Trump. If the 21st century has been a war to preserve the establishment's legitimacy, the current battle in the United States is the 2024 presidential election. There are truth to the familiar cliche that the next election is always the most important in history. As the federal government grows, spends more of our money, and intrudes more in our daily lives, the stakes of elections gets higher and higher. That still holds true for 2024, but there is much more going on. An anatomy of the state, after defining the state as the organization in society which attempts to maintain a monopoly of the use of force and violence in a given territorial area, Murray Rothbard dedicates a chapter to how states preserve themselves. So basically, I'm not going to really read into it, but it's basically saying that, get the scripture, he knows it's but a short little time. Yep. So what it's basically going into, just to paraphrase, it's basically going into the scripture right here. It says the masses, well, not the masses, the elites know that they're running out of time. They're losing control of the information war, losing control of the money war, they're losing control of actually every war sector you could think of, right? The West is losing the war in Russia. The West is losing the war in Israel. The West is losing the war to the world. They're losing their grip to the world, right? So what happens when a person who has power, right, is losing their power? They become desperate. And then they do drastic things, drastic measures to regain or to control power, right? And usually what happens after that is order out of chaos. They will create some kind of mass destruction or some kind of 9/11, right? And then be able to recoup the pieces from it, okay? Go ahead.
Order out of chaos. This is Revelations 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
God. So this is what's happening, right? So so right now, I think I drank more than you, maybe. Did I? It don't really matter, bro. It really don't matter. Slocky. So right now, man, the Lord is revealing all the secrets of Amalek, all the secrets of Esau, and all the wickedness that's going around the world. The information is being spread so fast that they cannot keep up. And because they can't keep up, they're becoming desperate, right? They're going to be trying to pass laws to shut down the internet. They're going to be trying to regulate the money. There's even articles right now, because if you notice, I broke this out, I think like 2 or 3 camps ago, that cryptocurrencies are starting to boom. There is actually projections that Bitcoin might actually hit over 6 figures this year, right? And then that the elites are trying their hardest not to allow the average Joe to have cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrency will be king. It will be the crash of the dollar, and everything's going to be digital. All those who actually have cryptocurrencies are going to be rich.
Yeah, you know what? And what makes sense is it would no longer be according to the dollar. It would have its own value. One Bitcoin will be super above what a dollar already was now.
So look at it right now. 1 Bitcoin right now is worth $45,000.
Yeah, correct.
Right? Just a few months ago, it dropped as low as 21,000.
It did.
It's back up to 45,000,
right.
And it's been growing. It jumped up to 47, dropped back down to 45. Ethereum, Dogecoin, all these cryptocurrencies are starting to literally boom, right? But at the same time, the American dollar is starting to fall farther and farther. Most countries are ditching the dollar completely. The collapse of the dollar is inevitable.
Right,
it's
correct.
coming soon, and most people don't have cryptocurrency. Most people have shoe boxes with money. The average American doesn't even have $1,000 in his bank account, right? So literally, poverty. The America is literally about to be a poverty-stricken society, right? Where literally the middle class is completely wiped out. The transfer of wealth, they said, is going to be over $100 trillion in the transfer of wealth. The rich are going to get richer. Those who are in the know are going to get rich. And then everyone who was in the middle class or even upper middle class, or even, let's say, you thought you were rich, are going to now be poor.
You know what? If I may too, economically, which probably makes sense, you know better than me. The way this is going when it goes to cryptocurrency, if it goes the way it's supposed to, that would mean 1 Bitcoin can pretty much, like, you know what I mean, when this shit go to shit, 1 Bitcoin can fund your entire situation.
Yeah,
bills,
because
1 Bitcoin.
Because right now 1 Bitcoin is $47,000,
right.
$45,000.
Right.
A Bitcoin gets to damn $100,000, $200,000.
Yep.
I own 1 Bitcoin. You're worth $200K.
Yeah, you'll be up. Bitcoin
fact,
Bitcoin can literally fund your whole entire situation.
Matter of fact, here's the article right here. It says rulers don't want the slave class to own cryptocurrency. I wonder why. It says those who rule over the slave class, governments and central banks, so they're calling the governments and central banks the owners, do not want the slave class to own a currency that they cannot control. Recently, Jamie Dimon, who is a JP Morgan boss, claimed that the cryptocurrency Bitcoin is worthless and a tool for criminals. Remember, why are they saying it's a tool for criminals? Because they're trying to ostracize it, because they don't want people to go and get it.
It's called deregulation.
Yep. It says, remember when another entitled elitist said that if the slaves didn't want to be injected with the mRNA technology, they were criminals. This seems to be a habit lately of the ruling class, and yet the only criminals are them. Cryptocurrencies facilitate illegal activities such as money laundering, according to JP Morgan CEO, who has insisted that digital assets should be banned. When the ruling class tries to force or ban things, there's always a larger meaning. It's about control of the slaves. It's about control of the slaves for certain, but could it also be that no one will use a fully controlled slave system currency like a central bank digital currency if other options exist? Perfect, that's true. Because if there's other options, there's no point in getting the CBDC.
Yep, correct.
Right? If I got Bitcoin, I'm not about to get the digital currency where the government can regulate me. I can stay over here where I'm unregulated, right? If I have Ethereum, I'm not going to go get the CBDC. I'm not going to do things that are going to put me under totalitarian control. I'm going to try to stay over here. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to shut the entire system down.
Yep.
And how do you shut the entire system down? EMP.
Yep. You know what's
EMP.
You know what's crazy? You know what they're going to do? Beautiful. Website modification is very simple. So now all you got to do is when that crashes, you can actually modify an actual website when it comes to products at the subtotal and says acceptable in Bitcoin, acceptable in the Spanish in the Chinese yuan. And if you own any of these, you can actually purchase in outside situations.
Right.
Easy.
Yep.
Electronically, and they can't do nothing about it.
Exactly. So there is a lot of platforms right now that says accepts Bitcoin, accepts Bitcoin, accepts Ethereum, right? But what they'll do is what I believe is they're going to do another 9/11 attack. The 9/11 attack more than likely is going to be an EMP because it literally kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It gets rid of the cryptocurrencies, right? and then it also destroys the dollar, right? So then it gives them the full totalitarian control when they have their great reset. When they cut the system back on, they're going to say, well, now all your digital assets are lost, right? Unless people are smart, because you can put your stuff on a dongle, a USB, right?
USB,
Unless the EMP kills that too.
True. That's also true.
I mean, I don't know if it touches that. But let's just say, so if they basically flip the switch, all your digital assets are completely wiped out. There's no trace of them having it. So then when they flip the switch back on, they're going to bring out CBDCs, and then they're going to say, well, this is the only way to get it. And then guess what? There's another clause to that. The only way, so once they implement the CBDC, they'll be able to control, tax, and monitor all funds worldwide, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll be able to turn, and then they can start pushing what? The RFID chip.
Yeah.
Because every store is going to be what? You can't walk into the store unless you scan your chip.
Correct. Yeah.
You can't go buy goods and services unless you scan your chip.
It's fucked up, but it's ingenious.
You can't get any money unless you got a chip, because everything's digital. The bartering system is completely gone. Your digital assets are gone. Paper money is worthless. And this is a way of complete control. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10:1-2. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that the widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
And so order them to that work iniquity, man. That's Esau, Edom, man. Their entire goal, because they're losing their grip. They're losing their grip on society. Everyone knows that the FJs are FJs. Everyone knows that literally every war on this earth right now, all genocides are all orchestrated by the FJs, right? If you look at the CDC, right? Every person in every position was an FJ. All the bankers, FJs. All the politicians, most of them are FJs. Literally, you cannot make this shit up. They're literally controlling everything. So when Kanye West came out and said they control everything, and he had his list showing what they owned, everybody called him a conspiracy theorist. But now that it's all coming to surface, everyone's going, yo, dog, they really the ones out here doing this. Who funded World War I? Who funded World War II? Who funded the Civil War? Who funded the slave trade? Who funded literally everything you see, all the atrocities you see going on around you? Who do you think is funding the sex trafficking ring? The child trafficking ring? Who do you think is because you know what the FJs think about the other population, the rest of the world? Goyim. They think they're nothing. They're worthless, man. Now, mind you, they have some truth to that, because the Lord even says that the other nations are like the spittle, but they're a part of that spittle, right? And the Lord said He'll have war with Amalek from generation to generation. But the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, man, and that's why the people are mourning, right? What you got?
Well, I wanted to bring this out real quick. This is very interesting. I just learned this from a brother.
What?
Esau's son is named Ethaius, or what's his name? So Esau's son is named Ethaius, but his son, what the son's name is a Norman omen. It's called My God is Gold. And then he has a son, which is Amalek, which is Esau's grandson. That's some shit.
That's crazy shit. My God is gold.
My God is gold.
And you can't serve two
masters. Yeah, that's
right?
some
You
crazy
can't serve
shit.
Mammon and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
You can't do it, man.
His
Mammon
name
goes
is-
into money, man.
Right. And then Esau's a carnal man.
He's a
and they
carnal
move-
man.
Yeah,
And
right.
he covets what?
What?
Everything.
Yup.
He wants
Shit,
everything.
this shit is wild, bro.
He wants everything, man.
Shit is wild. That is the craziest shit I ever learned that from a brother. I was studying with the brother's video, and I mastered that. That's some shit, man. I was like, damn, that's what's crazy. The Lord, you can't make this up, man. The Lord set all this up for a nice little situation, because we just going into it. Then the scriptures talk about, you know what I mean, that Esau is gonna have the fatness of the earth thereof, and rule with the sword, right? Well, then that makes sense, because then and this time we got Micah 2:1, where it says that woe to them that devise iniquity upon their beds, because in the morning they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. That makes sense. It's like, what the fuck? And so like the brothers getting into, they're going to continue to move faster and faster and faster because, they know they have but a short time. So they got to keep it moving, and they're also losing grip and control. So it makes sense for Prophecy to be speeding up so fast for them to make these moves like this, or the EMP, which I would perceive as definitely is probably happening. Because we already know that an EMP in the sky, it's a nuclear bomb exploding.
I literally just got to saying that who's behind all the wars, right? It says 7 wars are happening right now, and America's behind them all. But we already know America has a noose around its neck by what? Israel. So Israel's behind it all. It says, remember the war on terrorism? Whatever happened to that? Supposedly a couple dozen years back, a bunch of illegal immigrants flew some planes into some tall buildings in New York City, except both buildings constructed with 200,000 tons of steel were reduced to rubble. Demolition style, not to mention a third building half a mile away that never even got hit. Any intelligent person would have to question the official narrative and highly suspect the whole thing was staged as an inside job, but the ever-powerful military-industrial complex. If you think the U.S. politicians could never be so evil, think again. Here's some food for thought about the 7 wars happening right now, which most U.S. citizens simply can't get their heads around, plus the fact that the USA is behind them all. Behind them all and funding them. Capitalizing off them and catapulting a globalist initiative to greatly reduce the world's population and turn America into a communist hellhole run by tyrants. Let's take an inside look at what's really going on so that people who haven't been completely brainwashed and hypnotized can fight the good fight and help save the Republic. There is no saving the Republic. The Republic is supposed to fall. It's over. It says top 7 wars happening right now with the evil U.S. politicians and globalist billionaires catapulting them all. These days, the second someone sees or hears the word war, they usually think of Ukraine or Gaza, since those wars are splattered and scattered all over mass media and social media 24/7, 365. But there are other wars just as deadly and just as staged. And most Americans have no clue that they are all just as big of a threat to life, liberty, health, safety, and our way of life as the wars seen on TV and read about in the mainstream media. Number 1, war on illegal immigration. Number 2, war on biological terrorism, lab-designed diseases. War 3, war on vaccines. War 4, war on fraudulent elections. 5, war on fake climate change. 6, war on information. And 7, war on mental immunity.
Mental immunity?
Mental immunity. It says the war on illegal immigration also includes the war of human trafficking. And that's one huge reason our borders are wide open right now. Illegal immigrants is not some accidental leak at the border or some democratic way of giving unfortunate people a chance at a better life, but rather it's a planned attack on democracy, safety, fair elections, the economy, and American prosperity. Right, you got to make it implode. There is a war on our bodies waged by eugenists, basically those who are trying to get us to not be able to have kids, who want nothing more than to eliminate several billion people from planet Earth using what they call, we're not going to get into that, the shots. Even though the immune system hijacking jabs don't even qualify for the term, in case you were not aware, one of the main reasons the U.S. is funding the Ukraine war is to protect our biolabs and NATOs in Ukraine that create and gain-of-function viruses and other biological weapons of mass destruction. Let that sink in for a minute. Another war is being waged on democracy and fair elections, where the pandemic, also called the plandemic, and the scamdemic were used and planned so that tens of millions of fake and faulty ballots could be used to put puppet Biden and his regime in power. No doubt something else similar is on the way for the next POTUS election taking place in about 10 months. The fake war on climate change is the hokiest war of them all. The narrative has shifted so many times, you have to be brainwashed, hypnotized, illiterate, and fully to believe it. Certain words I can't say. It says now they say that human breathing is causing global warming. Shut up.
Yo, I hate this shit, yo.
Yo,
I hate this shit.
It said human breathing is causing global warming.
Oh my gosh, bro. All right, man.
It says now they say that human breathing is causing global warming, and the oceans consume all the coastal cities. It says the oceans consume all the coastal cities. And the acid rain burns up all the farms across the globe. Also not happening. Fake news is so bad now that even though they change the narrative multiple times per day, the gullible sheeple still believe every word that's said, printed and posted on their internet. the boob tube TV and its papers, this is the war on information, and there's a doctor who may have just figured out exactly why the news changes every day, contradicting everything they've already sworn as the truth, while the masses still gobble it up, forgetting all the previous lies proven as such as called the war on mental immunity, and Dr. Michael Niels just wrote a book on it all. Neurohacking Exposed. Dr. Michael Niels, author of The Indoctrinated Brain, reveals the global mind manipulation psyop actually works. He calls it an attack on the mental immune system. Oh, that's common sense. That's the TV.
True.
That's the TV.
True. Okay, that's what you mean.
I'm not even gonna read all of this, man. They just go into all these wars, but there's so many wars going on. And guess what? All of this going on is Esau's way of just trying to have control. Bro, he knows he had a short time, and guess what? He's losing on all these wars. He's losing on the fronts of all these wars. And you know what that's going to happen? Bro, he's going to have to do what? He's going to have to bomb. He's going to have to, bro.
He's going to do something.
Esau going to do something drastic, bro. It has to be EMP.
Yeah,
I'm convinced it has to be an EMP, bro. He got to shut the whole system down.
And that right there will be 100% the start of Jacob's trouble. That'll be 100% what it is.
Well, he's already setting the stage for Jacob's trouble, right? You already you see information is being spread so fast that all the secrets of the elites are being revealed. There's nothing they could do to hide from it, right? Then you got on the border, over the border, hundreds of thousands of people are flooding in. Guess what? That's going to inflate inflate the economy, the elections, and guess what? Resources are going to become more and more scarce, right? And then they're going to and then they're going to say, well, look, we have a war on the population because we need a curfew. The crime rate is going up, right? Civil war.
You know what I think? Speaking as a man, Esau gonna make a move at a sporting event or a concert, something major, where so many hundreds of people in general make that move, and then that can also do something too.
Like, well, bomb a sporting event?
Bomb a sporting event where it's like sold the fuck out on some Beyonce and Jay-Z shit, and then just draw, and then that put shockwaves through the jaw, and then there you go. Who knows?
Who would they blame it on? They'll try to blame it on the Muslims. Blame it on.
They're gonna blame it on somebody.
Blame it on the Chinese.
They're gonna blame it on somebody.
Blame it on North Korea.
And it'll start some wild ass shit. Matter of fact, whoever they blame it on will that'll be the forefront, because it'll be too major of a disaster.
Well, you got to think what they're trying
to be remedied.
So, the war in the Middle East, the Afghanistan war, and all that, where the war on terror was to destabilize the Muslim world, to make it easier for what? They want to destabilize the Muslim world because they can't have full control over everything unless they destabilize the Middle East, right? And then it'll make it easier for them to go to war with Israel, because America and Israel wants to utterly obliterate the Middle East. They want to expand their territory. They want to take over, right? You see what Russia's doing? Russia over here being big brother, like prophecy says. Russia is building houses and communities for the Palestinians in Russia. He's like, yo, refugees, you come here. Don't even worry about it. They out there building houses and shit. Guess what? He will be a hedge of protection unto the little ones, right?
And also gaining a lot of trust.
It's gaining a lot of trust.
And also creating more allies, what the scriptures say they're going to come together in the first place.
And guess what?
Getting up on Babylon.
And everyone is starting to hate the whore, bro.
That shit.
Right? No, but it's getting to the point where the hate is getting...
Where they're going to actually be bold enough to make a move. Right?
Yeah.
I understand.
Because that move is going to come, man. That move is going to come pretty soon, man. And I would love to know what you brothers think. What you brothers think of what's going to happen. But, bro, the shit is getting real out there.
There needs to be a like, we're waiting on a dramatic, disastrous situation to spark something. Because right now, shit is proxy, man. May the Lord do whatever he do. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of proxy shit going on. But it ain't nothing that's like, something like, we need another 9/11. That's what we need. We need a major 9/11, or like assassination attempt on somebody crazy, or blow up the pole building, or some old wild shit. Some gotta come hard body to make a huge transition into the next phase.
Well, it's going to happen in 20. I believe it's going to happen in 2020.
Because Amos 8 and 11 is attached to Jacob's trouble. Ain't nobody preaching doing that. Ain't no prophets gonna be out prophesying. That's not even smart. You got to be attached to it. That's why I understand why the Lord said, you know, that if you don't speed up the time, then there will be no more flesh saved. So that means all the prophecies that's in the Amos 8 and 11, Jacob's trouble, and the ushering into the chip, the World War III. That got yo, bro. I'm sold that got to be within like a Jacob trouble. Got to be within like a 6-month, 7-month period, bro. It ain't gonna be years, dog. I can't see it. Speaking as a man, it's gonna be dumb fast. Cause you gotta remember, you see what they say when it comes to EMPs and the shutting off of the electricity, the chaos. What was it? 3-4 days? It's 3-4 days of civilization will go to shit in like 3 days, let alone a week. You know what I'm saying? Let alone a week, how many deaths will it be? It can't even survive that long. God. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, bro, we see movies and what it say. And I've seen documentations of like an experiment or how human behavior will work after a certain amount of hours with no food and shit like that.
Oh, like, I watched, did you see the one where if the power just went out?
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, the same one?
Yeah, the power go out, how people will act within 4 days, and then a week go by.
No, it wasn't even 4 days, it said within 24 hours.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm saying, the 24 hours.
They were saying within 24 hours, the death toll
right
will go up, and then it was like within 48 hours. It was like within a week, it was like hundreds of thousands would be dead within a week.
And the markets will all be fucked up within a 72 period.
72 hours, the markets will be
yeah, bro. Jacob's trouble gonna be what? That ain't gonna last that long, bro. And shit, you let alone you'll see bodies all over the place by day 5. Because once everybody is hip that the power is not coming back on, it's going to transform their brain to go say fuck it. Once the average person says fuck it, and then they know that 911 ain't coming, and they know ain't nobody saving nobody, and that goes to the masses, it's over. So, because yeah, remember, there's some people who are still gonna have a morale to them, like the last remnant of morale will still be in play.
That's the last remnant of hope. They're gonna think, oh well, the power's gonna come back on. Give it a couple of days.
Or you'll start seeing, that's a lady, you shouldn't do that, fuck you. And then, you know what I mean, it gonna stop giving a fuck, bro. It's gonna get real, bro, Jacob, the movies literally show you how it's gonna really be, bro. That Black Summer and Walking Dead scenario, I'm sorry, brothers, I would love to see it. Like, I would love to see some crazy shit. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm speaking as a man. I know brothers probably feel the same way, but I meditate terror on these liberal women. I'm sorry. I meditate crazy terror. I would love to see the feminism thing just be active during this time. Well, let's just see how that goes. I don't need a man. Okay. We can get back to it, but I had to say that. That was me venting a little bit, because I can't stand that shit.
I mean, they're going to go back into their rightful... They're going to go back into their rightful nature once, because the only thing that's protecting women from men is other men.
That's other men, right? Correct.
And then once that shit, all that feminism shit's going to go out the window once men stop giving a fuck.
Right. Once they stop caring, right? It'll go out the window.
Yeah. Yes. Also, I wanted to talk about, because I've been noticing, man, it's a lot of brothers that been going through a lot of pitfalls, man. A lot of demons been jumping up on brothers, man. A lot of brothers been being tested, and I wanted to harp on that because I've been talking to a couple brothers, and a couple brothers been giving me testimonials and things going on, stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna speak about that on camera. You know, that's stay on personal. But a lot of brothers need to understand the same way how the Lord is revealing the wickedness of Esau and the world, and everything is coming to light. The devil also knows he has but a short time. So a lot of demons going to be jumping up on brothers. The Lord is going to also be testing brothers' faith, man. But you understand, the Lord didn't give us nothing that we can't handle, man. Right? The Lord didn't give us anything that we can't. You can get that real quick.
1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13, one of my favorite ones. It says there have no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who would not suffer you to be tempted above yet you are able.
God.
But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear. So hold on.
Yeah, so brothers, we getting too close to the end for brothers to start wavering, man. Brothers to start feeling weak, you know. Yeah, you're going to be tested, man. We in the fourth quarter, 30 seconds left on the clock. we need to get to at least the 30-yard line to kick a field goal, man.
I say 2-minute drill or some real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
2-minute drill.
I feel like we
30 seconds, fucking.
I think 2020 was the mark of 2-minute drill.
Okay.
And then now it's like,
It's
bro,
like, yeah,
get your shit together, man.
Yeah.
You know, but I go to say all that, man, because a couple brothers reached out to me, man. We've been, dialoguing, and a lot of demons been jumping up on brothers, man. A lot of brothers going to be going through hard shit, and then the thing is, things are going to get worse, man. But you also got to look at it from perspective. The Lord is only testing your face because He loves you, man. The Lord is chastising because He loves you, right? He hardening you, man. Get Second Corinthians chapter 4. And start at 4.
Okay. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
Start at 4.
Start at 4. In whom Yahweh Bashem Yahshua of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shah, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them.
And I'm bringing this out because the brother Lakama, he sent this to me earlier, man, and it was beautiful, man. It was a great reminder. It was a great reminder to understand, because like demons are going to be jumping on brothers heavy in these last days, bro. Like brothers need to understand, man, it's coming. We talked about the great hour of temptation, and some brothers think it's going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy time. None of this is going to be easy. Nothing is going to. The closer we get to the end, the closer we get to the kingdom of heaven, the harder things are going to get.
And let me say this too. Speaking for my own self, y'all also understand 1 Corinthians 5 and 8. One of our brothers bring out too that be soberly vigilant, because the adversary of the devil is seeking who he may devour. Well, that's a good thing, because you can translate that into your actually worldly affairs. They can get so burdensome that you can literally consume yourself into it, forgetting that it's the devil fucking with you.
Yeah.
And then you forget about the main purpose and the main goal of what's going on. So, that's a beautiful thing the brother's saying that, so that way you be reminded and snap out of it. You know what I mean?
Brothers say, yo, this is why, like, the more you starting to get tested, the more you need to stay in scriptures.
Yeah.
The more you need to be around like-minded brothers.
Correct.
It's time to lock in, brothers. It's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder the closer we get to the end. Right? No, I want that whole thing.
Okay.
4 down. Just start from the top.
Okay.
The rest of that.
Okay. Verse 5, for we preach not ourselves, but Yahweh Shah, the Lord, ourselves, your servants, for Yahweh Shah's sake. For Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts, to give the light of knowledge of the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua in the face of Yahweh Shah.
See, mind you, we were given this light. We were given this glory, man. The fact that we got our heritage back, right? The fact that we got our names back, the fact that we know who we are, the fact that we know who our power is, was a great gift given to us, man. Right? The story of Yahweh Shah, understanding that was big bro. Everything he went through for us, man. We were given this to remember, it's just the kingdom of heaven is within, man. We are gods of this earth, man. As things get harder, you need to hone into your godliness, man. You need to hone into your being like many Yahweh Shahs. You need to hone into your power, man. Cling closer and closer to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua as things get harder and harder. Because the thing is, as it gets harder and harder, that means you're getting closer and closer, right? It's like I'm claustrophobic. Be honest with you. It's like they say, all right, the only way to get to the kingdom of heaven, you got to crawl through this tunnel. And as you walking in the tunnel, and as you know, as you get closer and closer, you got to start crouching and crouching and crouching.
Start touching shoulder to
You
shoulder.
see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's getting to the point where it's like, yo, it's gonna be hard to get over there. And you start now, all of a sudden, you like this, and you stuck. You're not stuck. You can still slide, but you went from being able to move fast to slower and slower, and it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. But you see at the end, if you could just make it. But you feel like your oxygen is being taken away. You feel like everything is just getting panicking. You're like,
You can only move by the shimmy of the toes.
yeah, like an inch at a time.
Shoulder to shoulder.
You're gonna only move an inch at a time, man. Are you gonna give up and turn back? Or are you gonna keep pushing forward and get through it, man? You have no choice but to keep moving. We're too close to the end for brothers to be wavering now. Harden yourselves, Lord.
Verse 7, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power of may be of Yahweh and not of. Oh, it's Pascal Barber this out too. It's beautiful. Okay, yeah, we are troubled on every side.
We are troubled on every side. We are troubled on every side. We are behind enemy lines. This is not our rest, man. This is not our rest, man. You gotta endure this.
Well, let me bring out 7 one more time. That's beautiful.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it out, bro.
Verse
Slow
7.
down.
But we have this treasure in earthen vessels. That explains why the angels be like, damn, I avoid that.
Because we have the light, we got the word. We got this treasure, bro. We got this light in earthly vessels, man.
Earthly vessels.
We got this light in earthly vessels, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we are in trouble on all sides, bro. It's like, yo, what the fuck, Lord?
It says, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed.
We are not distressed. And why we are not distressed? Because we have faith. We have hope. We know Yahweh Shem Shai's promises, man. We can't be distressed. You can't let yourself be consumed in all the shit that's going on around you, man. Don't get pulled back into darkness, man. You already was given the light. You already given the beacon. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's right there. It's hard to get over there, but it's right there. You turn back, it's complete darkness. You see no more light. You can only see the light in the front. So it's hard to get this way. Easy to go that way, though. But when you walk that way, you're going to be lost in darkness. You're going to be, it's pitch black. I'm talking about what they call it, obsidian black, where it's so black that you can't see shit.
In front of,
That's scary. Shit. So what's scarier? The hard path that you got to keep moving, but you see some light, or walking back to no man's land? You don't want to walk back that way. Because the Lord also said, if you take your hand off the plow, you are not what? Fit.
And also, just scripturally, that's a guarantee. Loss right there.
Exactly.
It's a guaranteed loss.
Bro, you walk back into darkness, it's over.
It's a guaranteed loss.
You won't be able to find this path again if you walk back that way. So this path might be hard and treacherous, but you cannot turn back because it's guaranteed death.
Loss. Yeah, it ain't like you're not sure. It's a guaranteed loss.
Guaranteed. Go ahead.
Yep. It says that the excellency of power may be of Yahweh Bashem Shah and not of us. Salakia. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair.
So we are perplexed. Let me look up the word perplexed so you have understanding.
That's like difficulty, right?
Yeah, but I want to break it for that. I know what it means.
Yeah, perplexed.
But I want to give it.
There's a lot of streets, perplexed, hard, difficult.
All right, so perplexed, it means to be completely baffled or puzzled, like you're in shock.
Oh, shock. Okay.
Like, oh shit.
Salaki. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
It says, persecuted but not forsaken, cast down but not destroyed. That's
persecuted but not forsaken, because the Lord says, look at the generations of old, and who has called upon my name and I forsaken. Right? We call upon Yahweh Shem Shah every day. You're not forsaken, man. Don't fall in the darkness, man. Keep moving forward. Go ahead.
Real quick, the best example you want the Zot used to bring out is, wasn't King David perplexed when he got surrounded by all that army? In that particular moment, it looked like it's fucking over.
It's over. He was done.
It's fucking over. But then again, he called upon the Lord, and the Lord sent that chariot, beamed him up, and then go ahead and transport him somewhere else.
Because he wasn't for what? Forsaken. He wasn't forsaken. He was perplexed, but wasn't forsaken. Go ahead.
Yep. It says verse 10, always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Yahweh Shah, that the life also of Yahweh Shah might be made manifest in our body.
So we have remembrance, right? We remember that the Yahweh Shah was the ultimate sacrifice, and we also have mention of his walk and how he lived. So we know how he did it and how we're supposed to try to do it.
Correct.
Go ahead.
Beautiful way of saying it. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahweh Shah's sake. That the life of Yahweh Shah might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. That's why it says that we are a living sacrifice.
We are present ourselves as a living sacrifice.
Yep.
Dying for Yahweh Shem Shah is the ultimate honor, right? It's the ultimate honor, right? But guess what? That's why the Lord says, he who tries to save his life shall lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake shall what? Shall find it, or gain his life, man. What?
13. It says, we have in the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak. Knowing that he which raised up Yahweh Shah shall raise up us also by Yahweh Shah, and shall present us with you. Beautiful, because you can't go through Yahweh without Yahweh Shah. It's that mediator of all promises.
God.
It says, for all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many rebound, redound to the glory of Yahweh.
So all things, right, are for you. Even your hardships are for you. Everything is for your sake, right? The Lord is going to test you. He's going to harden you. He's going to make you grow. He's going to push you forward. So when you feel like you're getting pulled into darkness, that is just a test. If the Lord wasn't chastising you, then it means he did not love you.
You know, yep, that's like
What were you saying?
No, and that's just beautiful because that's why the Lord states very specifically about the different measures. Because whatever you're going through, probably another brother can't handle that shit, but you can, and the Lord know that. So He's going to use brothers in different ways, but there's always going to be a way. They say through the same temptation, make a way for you to escape.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because brothers, we're going to be tempted, man. As we get closer and closer to the end, things are going to get harder. More temptations are going to jump on you. More demons are going to jump on you. You're going to have, bro, you might notice shit just seem like it's crumbling around you.
I know how that shit feels.
Like your car shut down, you fucking, you lost your job, your baby mom being a whole demon. Shit just, it seems like the world is, you might have old friends trying to get you to go out and do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? You might be falling back into old temptations, man, not understanding that that's literally the love of the Lord testing you, hardening you, because what's to come might even be harder than that. So he like, if I can toughen you up now, when we get to this, you gonna get through this scot-free. You gotta take this, you gotta take all of this shit cheerfully, man. You gotta take it all cheerfully. Brothers, we are too close to the end to start falling away. And the Lord is going to do a great sift in the nation of Israel. The sifting of the men of the Lord is happening. Brothers are gonna fall out, judgments are gonna go up. People are gonna be like, bro, you it's gonna be brothers you've known in the truth for 10 years. And then literally, last couple months, they like, you know what, man, I think this shit pointless, man.
Those brothers that, one good example that Israel was talking about was those GMS Boston brothers that all fucked up. All of them are separated. They're not a thing anymore. And they've been labeled as in the truth for 10 plus years.
See?
That's fucking scary, man.
Yeah, that's scary, man. You don't want the Lord to take the spirit up off you. But also, but you gotta reverence the Lord, man. You being brought down to a lower state, take it cheerfully. Understand, like, yo, the Lord. All right, okay, all right, Pop. What you trying to tell me? What is it that you're trying to say to me? What is it that I'm supposed to learn from this? What do you have in store for me? Cling to the Lord and watch He make that way for you, man.
And also, it's a testimony between me and you. Even you cannot want to be out of it, and the Lord can just devise a plan for it to be that way. One good example was me and the brother came back from DR, and we caught a sickness. But not only were we out for 14 days of just quarantining, but also it was a decree from our elder to also stay out another one from that. That was like 3-4 camps, man.
Yeah, it was like 3. Yeah.
And we would love to be back in the fold, but
that was slightly
I understand,
different.
but I'm just saying that it can
Like,
go.
The Lord set us down for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he set us down. Yeah,
The Lord set us down for a couple of weeks, man. But guess what? That was also a test for us.
Correct.
We could have easily what?
Fell out,
We either could have fell out of the truth, like, you know what, man? No, we could have fell out the truth, been prideful, man. I mean, fuck all that shit, man.
Right,
you know what? I don't need this shit anyway. We could have got too comfortable being in the world, not being at camp. But guess what we did instead? We was like, we cleaned. We was like, no, bro. We couldn't wait to get back out.
Yeah, it didn't feel right at all.
It didn't feel right.
So that was a beautiful spirit the Lord had us in by not feeling right, by not being around.
But what did it do? It made us appreciate this truth more.
It did.
It made us appreciate the brotherhood more. It made us appreciate the words of the Lord more. Right? Because the Lord, we caught COVID.
Yeah,
I had the vid.
Yeah,
I had the vid. I was out 2 weeks, and then I couldn't come around the brothers for another week and a half.
Yeah,
it was 2 more weeks, so it was almost a month not at camp.
Yeah,
It did not
especially the
feel.
ones in between that we might hit.
And then I'm thinking about we tried to put up videos and stuff, but it just wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same,
bro. You know what I mean? But guess what? There's brothers weak enough that they'll fall out from that. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, I can just finish these last 3. It says 2 Corinthians 4 and 16, for which cause we think not. But through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
So even though our outward man perishes, we get older, you know what I'm saying? We languish, we start to feel some kind of way. You might be going through it. the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. But guess what? If we keep trying to cling to Yahweh Shem Al Shai, our spirit is getting stronger and stronger. So our outward appearance might seem like it's growing weak, but the inward appearance is going stronger and stronger. But guess what? That's why I said within the twinkling of an eye, right? You shall be changed. These bodies are going to be gone anyway. This shit going to be ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I want my new sleeve, man.
17, 18, my favorite.
Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 4, 17, 18. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment.
See, our light affliction, it's a light affliction. Take it cheerfully. Brothers, stay strong.
This shit tough, bro.
It's tough. You know what, bro? It's going to get harder.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat and say it's going to be easy. It's going to get harder, man. It's going to get harder. Jacob's trouble is going to be hard. Right? The greater our temptation is going to be hard. The next couple of months are going to be hard. Next week is going to be hard. Things are getting harder. We're getting closer to the end. The Lord is going to sift the weak from the strong. The Lord wants soldiers, man. Gird yourselves up. You need help? Reach out to your brothers. Call upon the name of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, man, and ask for help. The Lord already knows what you need. He already knows what you want. Go ahead.
It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
The things are not seen, so we hope for something greater. All right, we need to keep our eyes on the prize. All right, like I said with the analogy, how it seems like the path is getting slimmer and slimmer, more harder to traverse, harder to squeeze through. But guess what? It didn't say you wasn't going to be able to squeeze through. It's just going to be hard to squeeze through. So you're going to be having anxiety. You're going to feel the plight. You're going to feel like everything's crashing in on you. You're going to feel like everything's crashing in on you. You might have pitfalls here and there, but stay on that narrow path. Just keep pushing forward. One thing my little brother, Brother Samak, sent me a video. I forgot what the brother's name is. He sent me a video earlier, man. Early this morning, bright and early. My little brother, he's very inspirational. Brother Samak. He's my blood brother, but also brother in the truth. You know, my little brother, man. And this brother, man, he has one of those spirits, man. Actually, his name's Samak, which means what? Support, right? He's a great supporter. The brother will literally uplift you. He will uplift you with the simplest words, man. The brother has a beautiful spirit. But he sent me this video, and the video was basically this brother talking about he hates the words discipline.
I saw that.
He hates the words discipline and motivation because they're watered down. He said, why say discipline and motivation when those are watered down when all you have to do is just do it? Just do it. And it hit hard, right? Because there's times where you don't feel like doing something, but if you don't do it, something else is going to go wrong. So what do? You just do it. Like, how many times you wake up in the morning, you don't want to work, but you have to go or you can't pay your bills. So you do it. Or you have to go or you're going to get fired. So you do it. Right? You pay your bills because your things are getting cut off. You might have $30 to your name, but your bill is $35. You're like, man, I got to put this money on it so they won't cut it off. I have to do it. At the end of the day, when things are getting tough, man, call upon Yahweh Shem Al Shai. But understand, as men, we must do. We just have to do it. Stop bitching, stop complaining. Matthew 6 chapter. Just read the Matthew 6 chapter again, right? It's basically the Lord telling us to stop bitching completely. But yo, we gotta just do it. We gotta persevere. We gotta harden ourselves. We gotta be stoic, and we gotta grind it out, man. It's going to be harder, but the reward is far greater than you can ever imagine. And all the turmoil you've been going through is 10 times more worth it. I will go through this shit 1,000 more times to get to that one thing, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, well, go ahead. Yeah, bro.
That's the main part.
That's why.
Second Esdras 7 through 9. It says the entrance thereof, verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow. No, I'm sorry, 6. There's another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there was a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that could one man go there at once. If this city now, if the point, but this city now we're given unto a man for inheritance. If he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive his inheritance?
Exactly, man. So at the end of the day, brothers, demons are going to be jumping on you left and right. You're going to be going through so much more turmoil the closer we get to the end. You're going to be noticing it feels like the world is crashing around you, because it is crashing around you. Everything's burning. The world is on fire, right? But at the end of the day, the Lord has given us the tools and battle tested us enough to be able to endure it, to get to the end. The question is, will you endure into the end? Stop talking about motivation and discipline. Just do it. The Lord has given us a great task that many people have been called to do, but he actually gave us the opportunity to actually be in the game. We are in the game. You know how many people in the stands can't even make it in the game? And I'm talking about the other nations. We are Hebrew Israelites, Yasharallah, God's chosen people. We've been given great power, and it comes with great responsibility. All we must do is stay in the game. And if you do that, you will receive everything you've ever wanted, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, and shalom to the elect. Shalom, Akim.